But I feel like good morning, everyone. Good morning. I because I'm gonna say it again. I'm going to say it's not like a secret, but U.S. government you can't really trust all the time. They like to start stuff for reasons, because they're trying to shift something. So what better way? Because I've heard, because I listen to Putin sometimes, like listen to him like when he gives his speeches, whatever, and you kind of like, hmm, he a liar too, because he's part of the KGB. He knows about the all the propaganda doing stuff. But I remember him saying, what did he say? Something about why one of the reasons he attacked Ukraine um, was what happened because they were mounting up an attack against him. I think that was one of the stories I had heard.
That could be
Um,
one of the stories, but the reality is Putin always believed that Ukraine belonged to Russia anyway, because
okay,
that was
okay,
the original land.
right,
He's saying
gotcha,
that I'm going and taking back what was originally ours.
right,
That's
right,
the whole impetus behind him attacking anything.
right,
Crimea, him,
right. I remember Crimea, right, right, right.
yeah,
And I remember him saying about Crimea, like, so the U.S. could just go into Afghanistan, but I can't go to Crimea.
yeah.
Like I remember him saying that, like, what's the difference, Oh, and so I don't know, like, and then, but the people that like Sweden and Finland, the folks that have been in the middle at least forever, it seems like, you know, now are choosing to go to NATO. Like, what you doing, U.S.? What are you doing? Because some things are coincidental, some things are reactive, but sometimes you were like, is someone pulling the strings of this one? So just one of the moments, that I think about. All right, so welcome everybody to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A.D. Walker, here with Brian A. McCrory Sr. in the building. Good morning, good morning. Happy April. I was looking for what April's month was. If anybody knows, that's something that we recognize. So there's probably a dozen things. A dozen things. Just someone, that's more obvious. That someone's besides your birthday, besides somebody's birthday. Oh, what are we celebrating this month? Some quick top news stories. If you haven't been sleeping on the rock, Trump is supposed to be arraigned today. There will be no handcuffs. I think he's actually in New York now. Because someone said they were. Because CNN covers everything. They followed him while he got onto the plane. They watched the plane go into the air. They watched the plane land. They watched Trump get out the plane and get into a limo. Breaking news, guys. Trump just got into a limo. So Trump is arraigned. Apparently, the rumor is, of course, there'll probably be no cameras there in the court, which wouldn't be surprising. This is, okay. Dr. Rollins says several observances. National Public Health Week. All right. National Minority Health Month. There you go. National Minority Health Month and Autism Acceptance Month. That's interesting. That's interesting. Is that like recognizing that your child has autism? Um, Autism Acceptance Month. And all right, no doubt, of course, Easter, Resurrection Sunday. Yes, indeed. Palm Sunday just passed. Yes, indeed. Right. he said, he said yesterday they watched him, the flight attendant serve pretzels. Right. I think he's eating pretzels. Because listen, that's CNN. Listen, CNN is they so funny. They try to get everything. Maybe something's gonna happen. He's drinking some water. Wait. Okay. He just swallowed, guys. He just swallowed. Like he said, sorry, she reacted out. Oh, that was frustrating. He said, question, is it the political gamesmanship? Is it talking about with Trump? Uh, I mean, there's some serious stuff he's not, well, yeah, some stuff he's done. So they are trying to bring him to justice, but it may be somewhat, you know. I think the whole idea is to try chop him down for next year. Like I said again, it's not gonna matter. All this is just now. I don't have to get on the campaign trail to get attention. I can grandstand. I'm gonna just grandstand in the courtroom. Like I got all eyes on me. Like I mean, he's winning again. I mean, honestly, unfortunately. Also, okay, so Lisa says April is also declared National Multiple Birth Awareness Month. Okay.
What?
Remember that meme? What? National Multiple Birth Awareness Month. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So you burped, right? I think he just burped. I can't mess with you, Jeff. All right. They're say used to be Awareness Month. Oh, now it's Acceptance Month. Going beyond just awareness.
Wow.
Meet individuals' needs and being inclusive, accepting. Okay. Because that's there's the truth. There's a lot to that because we just see a child acting out. What's wrong with him? And you realize there's a lot more going on. He said it's funny. I was watching Friday's broadcast thinking it was today. I was all he was all commenting away because he had missed the show and he was commenting like it was live. Let's see. Lisa said yes, it's a thing. Also,
that's interesting.
Second Chance Month for Justice Involved Community. We have a community action on 4/22. Mark your calendars, guys. Mark your calendars. All right. What else do I have? We was just talking about that Finland just joined NATO to possibly, and this is my theory, possibly protect against Russia. In a report, they did mention Finland has had the opportunity to build up their military, like 70 years of military training. So they might be pretty ready for any fight that breaks out, possibly. And in final news, I just found out about Amazon One. So apparently, and I looked it up. It's a real thing. I was like, let me not just start talking about stuff that people are just making up because it happens. Amazon One, it is a way to pay for things in a store. And I think they're starting in their Whole Foods because if you don't know, Amazon owns Whole Foods. And I think they have small automated convenience stores as well where you can scan for payment with a biometric scan. My question is, would you sign up for it? Would you sign up for it? The biometric scan.
At Amazon.
And let's just say like, you know how they got Apple Pay? Just something you can sign up and you can go anywhere and you just, boop, how much is that? Okay, boop. Just said
something about someone getting your fingerprints, a private getting your fingerprints.
Right.
And with all the hacking, I mean, it's bad enough that people can steal your identity through a credit card, through a social security number.
Imagine they can shake your hand.
Be able to reproduce your fingerprint.
Right. Okay, so I do Apple Pay as well. Jeff said I do Apple Pay. It's awesome. Yeah, definitely.
It's all electronic.
Yeah, the electronic transfers. I remember that kind of. No, I remember when the tapping of your card first was starting, and everyone was like, "You need to get something to make sure you protect your card so they don't scan it." I remember that. I'm gonna make it easy for them. Right. Jeff said I'm gonna make it easy for them. Right. I mean, the idea of it is very, very convenient. Not you don't have to pull out your phone, you have to tap your watch. You just boop, just so let that sizzle in the spirit while we move forward. Again, we appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Make sure you are sharing, because sharing is caring. What's up? You look like
all that. You're not going to congratulate LSU. You're not going to congratulate UConn for winning their national titles.
My bad.
LSU women. First,
y'all been with me 5 years. Y'all know I don't cover sports. 5 years. Y'all know I don't cover sports. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I had heard something about that. I had heard. Is this these are the women? Is it the women or just
women? LSU women won the women's national championship.
Right.
They beat Iowa, who people thought was going to win. Yeah, they made a big stink about.
Was that the incident, right? That was the.
Yeah.
Okay. I just that's how I knew about it.
Right. It's amazing. LSU women won the first national title in LSU history, and we're talking about the wave.
That's it. I know the drama. I know the mess.
Right.
Like this. Only time if it's just a win. Oh, who won?
Never mind Angel Reese getting 34 double-doubles this year.
Wow.
More than any person has ever done in women's college basketball history.
Never mind that.
Yeah. Never mind that it was the most watched women's national championship ever.
All right. Shout out to that.
Never mind it was the highest scoring. It was the highest scoring championship game ever.
That's
Never
exciting.
mind that there were more threes made by Caitlin Clark in the history of the women's college basketball championship game. I mean, all these things, and we're talking about the wave.
Right. That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know about that other stuff is irrelevant.
And we're not talking about the wave. We're talking about Angel Reese and hers.
Right.
Never mind the fact that Caitlin Clark did it in a previous game.
It was a previous, so it wasn't the same game, but it was a previous game. I heard the comparison. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh.
And then UConn beating San Diego State, which was pretty awesome. They commanded that game.
Right.
Danny Hurley, the younger brother of Bobby Hurley, who coaches UConn, got his first championship. So that's pretty interesting, pretty cool for the Hurley family, because they are basketball icons. They're basketball royalty, the Hurleys, especially up in the Northeast. So yeah, man, a lot of stuff going on. Reese. Oh yeah, now Joe Biden is suggesting both teams be invited to the White House. Yeah. When did they do that? Because that's how many people expected Iowa to win.
Wow.
Yeah. Something about that Iowa team that they were all excited about. I'm trying to think, what was it? Why did they want Iowa so bad? Why was so much attention on the Iowa team? I wonder.
Wonder why?
I can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah.
He's still be getting petty.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Let's bring the losers to the White House. Yeah.
Right. When in the history of whatever we do in life do we bring the one we lost?
Iowa gets a participation trophy.
That's the participation trophy. Not the. I don't even want to say that.
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean, Reese?
Oh man, almighty! Whew. All right. Let's see. I was wondering. I was trying to figure it out, Jeff. But since you asked, let's just put it out there. Hate to ask, Pastor, but nobody can see my face. But what's a double-double?
Any stat in the game where you get a double, like 10 points, you get more than 9 points, you get 10 points, or you get 10 rebounds, or 10 assists, 10 blocks, a double-digit stat.
Okay.
Double. So if I score 10 points and get 10 rebounds, that's a double-double.
Okay.
If I score 50 points and 20 rebounds, double-double.
See, Jeff, we've just been
10 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, triple-double.
Yeah. Okay. Because I've heard that too. Okay. So now that makes sense. I would always say it from Ice Cube song, but I was like, what is a triple-double?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Say okay.
Yeah, or
10 marks, right? Gotcha. All right. That's interesting. That is interesting.
So great sports this weekend. Right. Basketball was off the chain. March Madness was as mad as it has ever been. Philip, how you doing, cuz? Good to see you, man. So yeah, it was great. It was great. This March Madness was insane because everybody's bracket was busted this year.
Right.
There was not a single perfect bracket this year.
Okay.
That's what makes college sports awesome.
Nice. Is
Nobody
it because they're paying the players now? They can get paid now. Maybe. Maybe making it
Yeah, I'm glad they're
getting
getting
better.
that money. I'm
Is
glad.
it making a difference in the teams, the shape up,
Yeah,
the makeups of the
everybody's
team?
bracket was busted.
Right. I'm just saying that's what I'm asking. Okay.
Right. UNC didn't get all the greatest players. Duke didn't get
Right.
all the greatest
Right.
players. You know, you got these other teams. You can put if you got enough money in your region, in your market,
Right.
you can get some players. And so
Right.
that wealth is spreading out. And so the talent is spreading out. People are going where they feel like they can make their money and
Right.
have their impact. And so you see that's FAU was in the Final Four. How'd they get in the Final Four?
Wow. That's awesome.
You know, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. You're going to hear about these underdog schools. San Diego State, what are they doing? You know,
there's a college in San Diego.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they had a player named Keyshawn Johnson, not Keyshawn. Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn.
Somebody named their child as close to Keyshawn Johnson as they could.
Caltech. All right, Caltech.
Maybe, or is that Keyshawn's son? I don't know. It might be. I thought Keyshawn's son was in the NFL. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do some research on that.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, thank you for being here, rocking with us in addition to the Brothers of Legacy. Jeff asked, what was that deal where the girls were giving high fives and the one girl waited for a specific girl to get her and she decked her? What? I don't know about that one.
Yeah. That was
something else. Okay. Like high five the other team and the other one?
I forgot what team that was. Yeah, they were doing the handshake.
Right,
and
right.
This girl, they stopped. They had some words, and she just.
It was like the end of the game.
Bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that was.
Wow.
That was bad. That was unsportsmanlike.
Right. Now that, no matter who does it, you was out of order.
That's a problem. But I just find it so interesting that a move that actually was made famous by John Cena.
Right.
It's his calling card.
Yeah.
And it's not until Angel Reese does it that now all of a sudden it's disrespectful, it's unsportsmanlike. And it's a professional athlete's calling card.
It's a Reese. It's the Reese's. Angel
Reese.
That's why.
That's
Angel.
I'm not here to complain or be petty or anything like that, but I just thought it was interesting that LSU won their first title and no one's talking about it.
No.
It's interesting that
we know
it was the highest scoring, highest viewed championship in the history, and no one's talking about it.
Right.
And it's so odd that it's something that people in sports have been doing for years since John Cena started doing it. And all of a sudden, now it's negative. Now it's unsportsmanlike. No, now it's classless. Oh, you're trying to find new ways to use the N-word. Now the new way of using the N-word is classless.
You're classless, kids. Classless. All right. So
sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
No, you're fine. Because I thought about it. I just didn't know the total context of it. And now knowing about it, it's even worse. It wasn't like, because at first, and forgive me, again, 5 years, I'm not into sports. I just thought it was another game, and she did a move and the girl did a move at some other game, just so it was the highlight of what happened in the game. But apparently, a lot more has happened in this game, so much more to celebrate and to have eyes on than this one moment that now is taking over the internet. As far as if you probably type in LSU right now, that's what's going to come up first. Good morning, V. Thank you for hanging with us. Appreciate you.
I found a picture that I fell in love with.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Let's get to Solo. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
Right?
Yeah,
They're doing the exact same thing.
right.
One's called Thug, Ghetto, Unprofessional, Bad for the Sport, Carried, Fake Champion. The other one is called Queen, Competitive, Hamati, Good for the Sport, Champion in Our Hearts.
Right.
What's the difference between the two?
Um, she's taller. That's why she's taller. That's
They
what that
play for
is.
different teams. It's
Oh, different teams, and she's
Yeah.
taller.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
no. Her nails are painted.
Ah,
Look
that's the
closely.
problem.
See,
Oh,
you got a lot of nerve doing that with
a
painted
lot of nerve with
nails.
painted
You got
nails.
your nails done. You're not a real athlete.
Right now, look at her, plain
This is a real
Jane.
athlete.
Right, she keeps it natural. She keeps it natural.
Yeah.
So,
call me petty. Yes, I grabbed that picture and kept it.
Today we're talking about being out of focus. Are we focused on the wrong thing?
Are we focused on the wrong thing? Wow, that's a good question. What happens when you lose focus?
Yes.
A lot of things.
Yes, a lot of things. A lot of things. Obviously, we don't recognize the greatness in an event. We don't recognize what really happened, but we're focused on the petty, the drama.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that happen around us. Thank you, Jeff. So one, how do we lose focus? What is it that keeps us from focusing on the right things or the things that matter, as opposed to getting caught up in the particulars, the dramas, and things of that nature. Right, the chaos ensues. Right. How do we stay focused on what matters? Right. All right. So last week, you ended up talking about China Black, and it's some interesting things she went through. It seemed like a pretty big transformation. I don't know if it's sensationalized, but I'm just talking about what I see. It seemed like she got baptized, like she's really trying to change something, change a lot of what she's doing. Her mama came out basically and disavowed, looking like, maybe that's why you was where you was at.
Say that again.
Her mother came out kind of like disavowing her, not talking
disavowing
to her.
China.
Yeah, just
Black
I guess.
China.
Yeah, but basically I guess because of what she's doing now, I don't know. They apparently they just don't have a really good relationship.
Okay.
And so, we have goals, dreams, and aspirations, right? And things we want to accomplish, or at least, if anything, how I want my life to be set up. Like what kind of life I would like to live. And everybody has individualistic goals, but the idea of, one, people want enough money to not think about money. If anything, I know that's most people's ideas. And to be kind of uncomfortable, what that comfort looks like, the specifics of it, we're different, but a comfortability and a financial stability. But what draws us into spaces to just do whatever it takes, if that makes sense? Like, okay, so you talked about, like we talk about those surgeries and things of that nature. I know somewhat of Cardi B's story of why she did a lot of surgery, because she was stripping, and I guess to increase her value and things of that nature.
So
she felt that was a way to do it.
Are we talking about Black China, or are we talking about how does a person lose focus? Which one?
It's all one and the same to me. So we can go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. I'm just trying to figure out. So you're saying that the early years of Black China, she lost focus, and now she's focused?
Possibly, or,
because I think she was focused before.
Okay.
Just on the wrong thing. Or maybe not even the wrong thing.
Okay.
Each his own. People go where they want to go.
Right.
And in her mind, what she was doing then, in her perception, made her successful.
Right.
And now it's a different season. So I don't know if I can associate her coming out party, if you would,
Right.
with the lack of focus, because I think she was very focused on what she was trying to do at the
I
time.
got you.
You know,
But
as
maybe getting
much
to
as
the
she was
right focus.
focused on the changes that she's making now. But I think
Right.
there's a lot of factors that contribute to somebody losing focus, right?
Right. Yeah.
Being tired can make you
Right.
lose focus, right? Mental exhaustion uh, can make you lose focus. Disappointment can make you lose focus. I mean, so
Right.
many things. High levels of stress
Right.
are distracting. When I'm stressed, man, it's difficult. The more stressed I am, the less focused I am, because what happens is you begin to focus on the stress and not on your objectives,
Right.
right?
You
Um,
make more quick decisions or comfortable decisions or
yeah.
so.
I mean, these are just some of the factors to me. I think that there are many factors that come into play when it comes to losing focus, but I can think of the things that have happened in my life to
Right.
make me lose focus.
Right. How did you get your focus back? Like how did you because sometimes you can stay out of focus too long that your life can take a whole nother path because you don't take a minute to regroup. You don't take a minute to refocus, if that
But
makes sense.
there's so, like, when you talk about, when you like, so first, we're still dealing with the things that can cause you to lose focus.
Right.
And I think it's important to try to get down everybody's alley, everybody's row,
Mhm.
hit
Okay.
everybody's seat.
Right.
What I mean, if you guys can type it in there, what are some of the things that make you lose focus? I think distractions, external distractions, can cause you to lose focus. There's so many things that happen, family issues can cause
Right.
you to lose focus.
Right.
A pretty sky can cause you to lose focus,
lose focus. Right.
right?
Right.
Uh, a,
Right.
a pretty girl, a handsome guy,
Yeah.
the right conversation can cause you to wander,
Right.
daydreaming, right? Your
Right.
wandering mind, your wandering thoughts,
Right.
not
But how?
having not having clear-cut objectives. Like, we talked
Right.
about poor time management, right?
Right. Right.
I need y'all to type something so we know y'all paying attention.
so okay, so let me ask you this, right? So you have
Doing too much,
mm,
multitasking, got too many
yeah,
irons in the fire, you
okay,
know?
so focusing on what people they said focusing on what other people are doing
Yeah.
can cause it.
Comparisons can be distractions.
Right. I think that's a big one
Absolutely.
from your goals because you feel like because then that leads into the thing you just said, doing too much. Because now I feel like I need to do more of too much because they're
Yeah.
here and I'm trying to get there like they got there.
Hmm.
Let's see, interruptions of any kind can cause losing focus.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
If
that's
you
that's a
don't
big one.
have clear-cut goals, if you don't have, clear-cut objectives,
Right.
how can you ever be focused on something? It's real
Right.
challenging to focus when you have not set clear-cut objectives. You know,
Mhm.
um,
That's a good one. The objectives, like what is the thing you're going after,
yeah.
and
What do you really? Yeah. What's your why?
yeah, what are you really
Hmm.
going after? Um, and let us know, guys. Like, what is it that throws you off your focus? What is it that has messed you up? I know for me, like I sometimes when stressful situations happen, I can get very, very distracted. So I get distracted when it comes to working out consistently. Mm, interesting. Interesting. I guess so I get to stay on top. I think because sometimes like stuff like that, you're trying to create a habit like I'm trying to turn this into a habit
Yeah.
where, I feel like I'm missing something if I'm not doing it. Because to me, that's how I usually look up into habits. I said getting
Woo!
caught up in things you can't change. Mm.
Yabasheke. Get
Right.
out of my house.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's
That is,
good, Lisa. That's
yeah,
good right there.
yeah. That's
Good.
that's one that'll kind of stick you in a space where movement becomes restricted when you're trying to change somebody to
Yeah, that's
get to your
that's
goal.
that's that's entrapment.
Not a trap. But that's so. But that's your own doing though. Wouldn't you say? Like, wouldn't that
It
be
is for a person
your
who
own doing?
is willing to accept accountability.
Right.
I can cut up all day long, but if you get caught up in me cutting up, is
Right.
that my fault?
Right. No, right. If I get
Right.
caught
It's
up and
your
you
lack
cutting
of
up,
discipline.
yeah,
Yeah. And patterns of behavior mean a lot, and you have to pay attention. But if you convince yourself that you're godlike and you can change
mm,
something,
right,
it's within your power to change it, and it's not uh, your identity, it's somebody else's behavior, and you're
right,
going to change it. Woo.
right,
Or you lost the job, you still
right,
fighting to get it back, and it's
right,
gone,
right, right.
and you have other opportunities, other options.
And no, man, my job about to open back up. I'm going back here. I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm good. I
that's
don't.
tough. That's
Yeah.
tough. Yeah.
I said
You ever been in
yes.
a situation
And your
where
own doing. Yes.
you like I remember being in Chicago one year. We were young, we were delivering papers, and uh, it turned into a game. Me and a group of guys, somebody picked us up in a pickup truck, gave us a bunch
Right.
of papers. I need you to just put these in every mailbox on the street,
Right.
and then we go over to the next street. We got so distracted. We
Uh-oh.
we started
Uh-oh.
playing catch with the batches of paper, and it went from putting the papers in people's mailboxes to throwing the papers at people's houses to littering to it just became a game. We started playing hide and seek. I mean, we got distracted. We got
Right.
distracted.
Right.
I was in eighth grade. Like, you don't hire an eighth grader to go do that with his friends,
Now,
and you're
that's the
not
key though.
watching.
With the friends, like maybe by
Yeah,
yourself, maybe. Like you look like you might have some discipline
yeah.
by yourself.
But what about being responsible, being given a
Right.
task, and you don't know how to do it,
Right.
so you do nothing. You get distracted. Well, you go do something else because
Right.
you don't know how to do the job. You were hired to do a job that you don't know how to do, so you just go do something else.
Right.
It's so amazing the number of things that can get us tripped up. But when you lose focus, um, there's always challenges
Right.
that impact you when you lose focus, impact your productivity, your performance, your well-being, all that kind of stuff. There's so much stuff that happens when you lose focus, and you never know how deep the impact goes or
Yeah.
how long you'll be living with the impact of a loss of focus. When you slow down productivity, when you're not able to produce the way that you normally are, or not able to produce in a way that is expected of you,
Right.
when you're not able to maximize your efficiencies because of a lack of attention to detail. I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong. Can you imagine an airline pilot losing focus in the middle of a flight?
Mm.
Can you imagine a surgeon losing focus in the middle of surgery?
Right.
Can you imagine a
Right.
teacher losing focus in the middle of a lesson? Right?
Right.
Your loss of focus not only has an impact on you, sometimes it can have an impact on those around you. It can have an impact on the greater cause that you're engaged in. It's
Right.
a dangerous thing to lose focus.
Right. Definitely detrimental to your right now, your destiny, those around you. Uh, Lisa said, I heard someone say a distraction doesn't look like a distraction until it has distracted you.
Yeah.
Mm, true indeed. True indeed. Jeff said we used to have to first fold the newspaper then put a rubber band around them. Right. Of course, we ended up having a rubber band fight. Right. Right. Exactly.
I had a newspaper route, man, and I took an entire bag of rubber bands, couple of bags of rubber bands,
Oh gosh.
and made a rubber band ball.
Gotcha.
I also took a
Gotcha.
couple of bags and connected the
Gotcha.
rubber bands all together so that I could see if I could stretch the rubber bands all the way around my house. Yeah.
Did you do
that.
it?
I did.
You able to do it?
I was supposed to be rolling newspapers.
You started like, I wonder.
Yeah. And so that week, all my newspapers were unrolled and laid flat on people's porches.
The sad part is, you would be a TikTok star right now if you had if we did that live. Like, let's see if we can stretch this around the house. And then one of your brothers hold it, like, hold this.
They weren't even around because it was
Tyler.
work.
Right.
Was
Oh, right. Oh, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Oh, he said, I never did that. He said, dang it. Where were you, Pastor, when I was doing it? See, y'all both would be in trouble.
Yeah. I did all that, man. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Colorful
it's funny.
childhood.
Right. You get curious. It's our curiosity. And then we get off task. We start having new ideas. He said we probably sharing the cell. Curiosity. Or you would own a company.
I wasn't built for the cell, man.
That's when you stop. I'm gonna call the cop. All right, I'm done. Right. It starts with the rubber band, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, but those moments though, like, you know, you should be working on one thing and you get focused on something else, or you feel like what you're doing is not moving fast enough. You know, what you're doing is not enough. And you look at, like, it's like someone had mentioned, you know, you're looking at other people and you start doing what sometimes is out of your wheelhouse. Like, that's not you. It's not how you are built or operate. And we get focused on that. So I think those two factors, and when you're too focused on trying to change somebody else, is like, I can't move forward until they change. I can't move forward until I make them or fix this situation. And sometimes it's just, you do what you can and you got to stay focused. You know, I'm never like, you know, we always talk about not the cutting off, but you got to be able to move forward. You know, your life has to move to the next space. You know, it's like
you can't take in. It's hard to absorb and retain new information when you're not focused, right?
Right.
And that's problematic. And to your point, that's problematic in your personal life as well as your professional life, right? It creates a strain. A lack of focus creates a strain on your relationship. When somebody is constantly losing focus, right? It impacts the closest people around you. People can tell when you're not focused on something. You ever been having a conversation with somebody and like, you're not listening to me?
What you said? What?
Right?
Oh,
so you don't respect me enough to pay attention to me when I'm talking. It negatively impacts relationships. Right?
Yes, definitely.
You don't care you don't care what I think. My thoughts don't matter to you. You can lose people behind that kind of stuff. You can seem unreliable. People can't trust you, you know, when you have a habit of losing focus, right? Struggling with focus, it leads to a lot. Like, man, listen, I'll never forget when my son passed. You know, I was in a cloud and didn't realize I was in a cloud. You know, something happens and it disrupts your life. It can lead to a decline in your level of motivation, right? Your daily tasks seem impossible, insurmountable, right? Too difficult to engage with. I'm not even going to try. That's too much to do today, so I'm not going to do anything. You know, your attention to detail. When we talk about attention to detail, a lack of attention to detail compromises the quality of what you're doing or what you're producing. Right? You make mistakes. There are errors on the play, as they say in baseball.
Right.
You overlook things. I mean, there's so many factors that come into play, and when your work gets impacted, your reputation gets impacted. Your character comes into question. All of these things happen when you lose focus. And I'm saying, like, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I've lived.
Right.
People begin to doubt you and who you are when you go through a season or a loss of focus. And so you miss stuff. You miss critical things. So it's a scary thing.
But so my thing is, right, so with that being said, let me get some of these comments. Jeff said I had a boss who would look straight in your eye, but he left the room 5 minutes ago. He said, "Yeah, man, I can't even imagine." He said, "That's good, Brian." But do you go back and talk about your missed focus? Like, do you talk about if there was a season or period where you were out of focus in the journey, and do you go back and talk about it? Do you feel like that would that restore your confidence? Let me put it that way. If someone's like, "Oh man, I don't know where it was going. I know the last couple of months it just seemed like we was just doing. I lost my focus. I got distracted. Life happened, whatever." Can you restore? Do you feel like you can restore that trust back? I mean, I know things, like anything, there's damage, but can we at least get back into a function of trust? Like, okay, I feel you. Got a little distracted. Listen, you can't get distracted. Let's stay on. We have the whole speech. You give it to me. I give it to you. We hands in, break. Let's go. Can you? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, can you restore stuff like that? But anyone listening, like, if you're part of an organization, if you're part of a group, and focus is lost, and we don't know where we're going, we're not sure what we're doing, and the person comes back in the midst, like, man, my head was in the cloud, I just lost it because whatever, this distracted me, but I'm back in, and here's the plan. Here's what I would like to do. This is the plan. Because I think that, for me personally, that would restore confidence. Okay, so what we put in our hands? Okay, is this what we doing? Okay, this is what we doing. And break and let's go. Instead of get back on the field and I'm throwing it this way. And he's like, "Wait, I thought you told me we going this way." Because 2 times, what is that? Fool me once, shame on me. Was it fool me twice, shame on you, or
fool
something
me
like
once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Right, me, right. So I think restoration can definitely happen. What's up, Ephraim? Good morning, sir. Good morning. So for you, like, is that a possibility? If there's at least a honesty, a transparency. I mean, I know there's always levels to this thing, because we in an investment and we're getting this apartment, and you put your money in, I put my money in, then I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this, and I quit. But I not only quit, you lose money, I lose money, but you lose money. Like, what? Wait, you just out? Yeah, I'm out. Wait, we signed a contract. We can't get this money back. Yeah, I know, but I can't do this. Stuff like that. I know it's like, and you want me to go in again? You bounced on the last project, I think that, like I said, there's levels, like everything. There's always levels to tearing apart. So I'm throwing it back.
But it's to me, it's just the opposite. You have to do a 180. I mean, I think that, obviously you have to recognize the fact that you have lost focus. You have to recognize and be accountable for the things that happen during the season of having lost focus.
Right.
But I also think that regaining focus is just doing the opposite. After losing focus, you just have to, implement strategies to get you back in focus, right? The same way that there are techniques that trigger a loss of focus, there are techniques and strategies to help you regain focus. Take a deep breath, take a break. Sometimes you're overworked, you're doing too much, and that has caused you to lose focus. You ever heard somebody say you doing a whole bunch of nothing?
Right. Yes.
I've been in places, I've been in seasons in my life where I had lost focus. I was doing a whole lot of work, but not accomplishing much.
Right.
All the energy, all the effort, and none of the productivity.
Right.
Sometimes you have to step away from it for a little bit, clear your mind, reset, recharge,
Yeah, definitely.
Women go get massages.
Right.
They go get facials. Let me go get my face done. Let me go get my hair done so I can feel better, so I can feel refreshed. Men, a lot of times guys go work out, to get back into it. There's so many things. People meditate, pray, fall on your face, talk to the Lord. You gotta get away from all of it. Learn how to take breaks. And I'm saying, like, these are things that I have learned about the mistakes in my life that I have tried or trying to improve. Not trying, I am improving.
Right.
These things in my life, getting a break from it. I sit at my desk all day and forget to eat. That's a lack of focus. And that can negatively impact your productivity when your body doesn't have the proper nutrients in it. How you working out and not eating? Right, Brian.
Right. Right.
It's crazy. Right. You want to be healthy. That's just the truth. So these things you gotta learn how to reprioritize your tasks. What do you say? That's what we're missing. That's what
we need to get our hair done.
Yeah, I need to go get my hair done.
He says, so far in the forest, can't see the trees. Yeah.
You like, what are the most important things that you have to get done, right? And you focus on completing those things first, right? Break your tasks into smaller chunks, right? That are more manageable for you, and that helps you. And then you feel more confident because you're able, when you accomplish something, you feel good about yourself, right? So when you break it down and break it up into manageable chunks, it helps you maintain your focus. It makes it feel less overwhelming. You feel good about your accomplishments. I tell people, listen, when I started working out, doing 10 push-ups was a celebration. Right. Because if I could do 10, I could do 20. Right. First, I got to do 10. I said, when I started running, I said, my goal is to run. I said, I started out the day I ran 3 miles. I said, man, 3 miles can turn into 6. So I ran 6. Then I walked 10. I said, I'll never be able to run 10 if I don't walk 10. Right. So bring your goals down to something that's manageable so that you have a reason to celebrate. Then you identify and minimize external distractions, right? The noise of life. I tell people, sometimes you have to turn the volume of life down. Sometimes life gets so loud that you lose focus. So turn the volume, that daily stuff, turn that stuff down a little bit. Don't respond, don't react to everything, right? Those external distractions can be real dangerous. So turn it down, turn the notifications off, put your phone down. Yeah. Right? Create a quiet workspace for you, know how to get into the zone. Remind yourself what it's like to get into the zone. Set clear, actionable goals, achievable goals for every stage of accomplishment that you're trying to get to. That gives you the direction. It's the roadmap to success. It's the roadmap to motivation. It makes it easier to stay focused. I'm simple-minded. Keep it simple is what I always say. I try to make things as simple as possible so that I can feel good about accomplishments. Right. Practice being mindful of things. Right. I talked about it a little bit ago. What do you say? I put my phone down.
that's a real one right there. You got to put that phone down. That phone will really
Yeah, but I'm saying
throw off your
these
time.
things, they help you stay focused. I mean, Jeff, if you don't have anything else to do, hold your phone. You know,
Right.
like you ain't doing nothing anyway.
But yeah, having those clear directives, I think putting your goals in front of you, to keep you focused. Because sometimes the scrolling, like you pick up your phone to just email somebody, you find yourself on Facebook.
My doorbell. I'll be right back, man.
No problem. No problem. And I think a lot of times we get sometimes it's the minor distractions that can lead us way off trail, way off track. Because you, like I said, you have your phone, you go to your phone, you're trying to do one simple task and you find yourself scrolling. Why am I here? Why did I even open up Facebook, Instagram? Why am I looking at this? Like, I came here to do this one thing and then put this phone down. But the focus is just, what is your goal? Like you said, the small bites. What's your goal for today? What are you trying to accomplish today? Because that's the sum total of where we're going. Each step, each space. What are you trying to accomplish today? And a lot of times it just takes a little bit of distraction to really throw off your day. The wrong phone call, the wrong email, something happened, a notification on the phone, Trump getting arrested, like just something throws your whole day off. Jeff says, I can't even go to the game without my phone. I've sat down and said, wait, where's my phone? I can't do this without it. It's like the newspaper now. Like, back in the day we used to go to paper, bathroom with the paper. So, I don't even know what that was about. I guess it makes it just simpler, easier to be in there. But yeah, honestly, like we just have to be more intentional about staying focused. You got to ask yourself, where's my attention at? What's the bigger picture? And one thing, why get caught up in what's happening too much around you? What people think other people are doing, because that's a big one. I'm gonna keep it real. That's what has thrown me off focus once in a while, like seeing what other people are doing, like, oh man, I need to get into that. I need to do that, and totally off plan, off track, off goal, off task. And then we tell the kids, stay on task. He said, I remember hearing my dad shuffle the newspaper when he was in the can. Where is the can? The can. So yeah, definitely learning to stay focused and staying on track, knowing what you're trying to build, knowing what's your intentional goal. What is your intentional goal? And sticking to it. And that's the big one. Sticking to it, being consistent, giving yourself a high five for the small wins, and enjoying the process. I think when you start to begrudge the process, that's when we tend to get off focus. That's when we tend to look at what other people are doing. Right, right, Jeff. That is 100% a boomer term. In the can. I'm going to the can. Going to the can. He's like, we at in the can. What? The can. So yeah, definitely just staying focused, man. Just whatever you're trying to right. That's another one. Like I don't even want to think where that term came from. I'm thinking can just
what term?
What was used when you talk about going to the bathroom? You ever heard? I know you heard the term going to use the can. Where's he at? Yeah. He's in the can. I feel like that was a functioning object to handle business in. So, before working plumbing, remember the outhouse, was out there covered up a hole. Like that was it. But yeah, so definitely listen, just our goal for you guys is just to stay focused. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, just try to stay on task, or not even try, just stay on task. Whatever it is that you're trying to get to, Be consistent at it. Just keep pressing. Don't get caught up in what other people are doing. You know where you're supposed to be going. All right, Pastor, any final words?
Well, I know all of the above. I think your environment, create an environment that is conducive to focus, right? Um, some folks do yoga. I think you just
Yeah.
keep your environment organized. Like I
Right.
said, I look around. I had to reorganize my office because it's a mess.
Right.
And that can contribute to a lack of focus. Cleaning
Right.
up can help you. It feels like you're streamlining. So
Right.
you redirect your focus on getting things straightened up around you, and things will get straightened up inside of you.
Right.
I tell people, clean your closet. Clean your closet.
Yeah.
If the closet is crazy looking, it's probably craziness in your life. That's real.
Maybe.
You are the
Yeah.
makeup of your environment. So
Right.
yeah, I say,
Right.
take your time. You can't get it all fixed in one day. Take it
Right.
one task at a time. Celebrate the small victories. Don't be too hard on yourself. Forgive yourself
Right.
for losing focus, and just take it one task at a time.
Right.
That's what I would say.
Definitely.
Each
Definitely.
step by step. And if you can't handle it, get some help. Get some
Right.
help. If your lack of focus, maybe there's something else going on. Talk to somebody. If it's affecting your daily life, if your relationships are dwindling and all of that kind of stuff, maybe you need to talk to somebody.
Right.
To get your mind right, or at least get you to deal with whatever might have you in a loss of a sense of focus. Just remember, regaining focus is a skill that can be developed with practice. Right? Practice focus, you'll gain focus. Experiment. Do whatever you need to do to improve yourself. Just move forward.
Right.
The goal is just move forward. Be better. Let today be better than yesterday. Do one more thing today that you did not get accomplished yesterday, and celebrate it. Celebrate it.
Definitely. All right. So listen, we appreciate you guys for rocking with us in another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Hopefully you got something out of this. Numbers stayed pretty consistent. Y'all didn't leave us. So hopefully you were learning and watching and listening. I know sometimes you're probably multitasking, and I appreciate that as well. And if you're listening on the podcast or watching this, because it's a video, did you know that we got a video podcast? It's on Spotify. Shout out to Spotify. You can watch it as well as listen. And if you know somebody that needs this message, make sure you share it. And if you can't share on the Facebook or the YouTube, share it on the podcast. Just put in the Brothers of Legacy. See that symbol right up at the top there? Boom. You'll see that. All right. No.
Pointing at your sign, the Brothers of Legacy sign.
Oh, right. Right. Behind. There you go. Right there.
Yeah.
All right. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
Oh, what happened? Did I distract you? Did I cause you to lose
focus? Did. You distract. I totally lost focus right there. I didn't know what was going on. I was squirrel. So appreciate you guys for being here. I think that's it. I said, listen.
That's not weird, Jeff.
Today made me realize I can jump rope and cut lawns in the same day. Sounds weird.
Yeah.
No.
That's called taking control of your time management. I told you guys that last week, right?
Yeah.
Look at what you do in a day. Like, check your calendar and then think about what's not on your calendar. How much time you spend that's not on your calendar. And what are you doing in those gaps? Right? You get those under control, man, you can move mountains.
Move mountains. He said, he said he just put his finger in your ear.
Only Jeff.
Yes, I love it. Oh wow, he said I actually cut 5 lawns. Wow, that's awesome. That's wow,
good. Yeah,
that's awesome. You need to come here
Hope
and make
you
it
got
6, right? Right. Dude, favors. These are favors. You do favors. All right. So listen, make sure you share. Stay connected. Text LW into 84576. Text LW into 84576. And to the people that I've seen unsubscribe, if you're still getting messages, I apologize. I thought it was automatic, but I'm gonna go check. I don't know if it's just a message for me to take you off, or usually happens automatically. So forgive me. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. But then you probably be watching the show because, like, I don't care. I unsubscribe. So make sure,
Focus.
right? Like, you lost focus. You stay focused on the plan. All right. So
I
you
didn't
guys
listen to the show. I got distracted.
right. Have a great day. Yes, sir. You too, Jeff. All my people, appreciate you guys for being here. Lisa, Mama Corey, Jeff, and everyone else that's watching, hanging in the background, following, copying, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. So we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. 988. You or someone you love is having a mental health crisis. Make sure you dial 988. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. And if no, see, that's not how we're supposed to close out. No.
I gotta represent, man. This is my this is Jeff. This is Jeff Carlin right here.
Oh, nice. Okay, so for Jeff hooked him up.
The same way Haddington told me those jokes. Jeff got me this hoodie. My man.
Shout out to Jeff, my man.
Closet Dallas Cowboy fan out there in Portland.
I didn't throw that in there. Oh, he said, yes, sir. All right, so let's go. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow, same time. All right, peace out.